Do you want to understand Russians? I mean, truly understand, and not on a superficial level like, those Russians, these cold, aggressive, brutal people who like to drink vodka and dance with the bears. No. Understand their soul. Understand how we think. Understand our motivation. And believe me, for this you need to learn about the concept of Russian soul. This mysterious Russian soul. What is this? I will explain you. And by saying Russian soul, I also will include here several Russian-speaking nations with whom we are kind of sharing this soul. It's Belarusians, it's Ukrainians as well, despite they might not want to associate with Russians anymore, but our mentality is quite similar. So after this video, I promise you, you will understand Russians way better. And the first and I would say probably the most important or even central part of what compose Russian soul is that from the moment a Russian person was born, we are taught, almost with the milk of our mothers, one simple message, that the suffering is an inevitable part of life. Yeah, such a nice positive message that basically our parents, our circumstances, our teachers have been teaching us. The suffering is inevitable. You will be suffering in your life. So you better be ready to be strong. You better be ready to endure. Otherwise, you will break. It sounds harsh, but that's this special upbringing is what composing this particular flavor of Russian soul, Russian mentality, when we Russians tend to produce this kind of impression of being tough. Well, that's because from the childhood we know that pain, suffering, difficulties are a normal part of life. So all of this is very, very normalized since you are a kid there. And for example, I can compare this with how kids are educated here in Spain, where I live right now, and it's very, very, very different. I would say that Western people in general, well, particularly in Spain, tend to care about their kids and educate in a way so that kids would avoid problems, avoid suffering. Of course, not everyone is educating them like this. There are a lot of smart parents who understand that kids have to learn to resolve problems, kids have to learn to raise their tolerance for frustration, you know, these kind of things. But in general, also life in the West usually is way easier, economically, psychologically as well, climate-wise. So all of this is defining very important difference, I would say. So this readiness to face the hardships is what defines in a big part a Russian soul. And also, as we have learned that it's okay to go through the difficult times, to live in sometimes really horrible conditions, we also, Russians I mean, developed a certain capacity to find joy even in pure misery. I'm telling you, if you would see how a lot of Russian people lives, you would just like say, holy motherfucking shit, like this is bad, and they still have this strength and capacity of a soul to still find a joy, to still love, and be somewhat happy in these circumstances as well. Of course, not always, but it's also one of the characteristics. Another two concepts that you should know about when we are talking about Russian soul is душевность and одухотворенность. I will explain you. Душевность, the closest English translation to it would be something like to be soulful. But it's not really precise, because to be soulful, it's more associated with the kindness, things a little bit more superficial than душевность. Душевность includes the capacity, for example, and not just capacity, the active desire to sometimes help people that have absolutely no relation to you, like someone going through hard times or having a problem, and you feel this urge to help them, knowing that you will have absolutely nothing back. It's also, I would say, душевность can be somewhat understood like the expression of the generosity of a soul. Generosity that is not necessarily related to money. No, it's the generosity to share your warmth, your time, your efforts with a person in need, without expecting anything back, like purely altruistic way. Also, this concept includes the capacity to forgive your enemies, to truly forgive. Like, you know, someone with whom a Russian person could have been like deathly enemies, like horrible, and had huge scandals on and fights even. And then this душевность, this Russian soul, is what makes possible to forgive each other, and then to hug and cry and then be almost best friends. I would say this also one of the examples of what душевность means. And then there is also a concept of одухотворенность. It's very, very tightly related to Russian soul, but I would say одухотворенность is kind of a state that not every Russian soul reaches. Only I would say the minority. And одухотворенность, it can be related to people, like we can say одухотворенный человек, a person, or for example одухотворенный look, like the way a person looking at you. So, what is this higher state of a Russian soul that is called одухотворенность? I would say that the main thing that defines this state is that suffering that got integrated. Like this person, like most of the Russian people, of course went through a hard life, of course went through suffering, through deep emotional pain, but remained not bitter, remained joyful, remained open, and didn't build huge walls, defensive walls around personality that a lot of people who are going through hardships are doing, unfortunately. So this is really necessary part of becoming an одухотворенный person. The closest translation would be something like inspirited person, but not spirituality in kind of shallow or woo-woo sense. No, spirituality that radiates outwards and is very related to the generosity of a soul as well, yeah, of being open, not bitter, but in a look of this person, usually these people are more mature, because you necessarily have to go through the certain difficult life experience with this. This look of these people radiates a kind of higher meaning, a higher purpose, you know. For different people it can be different. It's serving for their family or even for the country, or some other meaning that they found to keep on living, to keep on enjoying life despite have been through some shit, through some real shit. So yeah, it's also very useful to know about this одухотворенность concept. Another thing that you should know in relation to Russian soul is that it's more idealistically oriented than materialistically. For example, in the West, especially in the USA, in its culture, what is glorified is wealth, is become rich, then you are successful, then you are desired, then everything is just amazing. Individualistic and materialistic. It's very more characteristic of the Western mentality. But for Russian soul, idealism, I would say, prevail. For example, I will give you a couple of small examples. When I first went to St. Petersburg from my parents' house, my first few months were pretty difficult, and there's been a moment where I didn't have enough money to pay for my rent, for the room that I've been renting. And my friend, she also had been renting a room, very shitty one, and she didn't have money as well. She had just a little bit more than me because I had nothing. And I asked her if she could help me to pay for this month, and zero questions asked. She gave it to me. Basically, the last money she had, she only had enough to eat and pay for her room, and she had zero guarantees that I were able to give this money back to her. But she anyway helped. It's also generosity of a soul, душевность, by the way. So the idealism, like, this is my friend, it's more important than some money. It played out there. And for example, another like bigger example, you know, Soviet Union during 70 years tried to build a way into the communist life, in the communist state, a state idealistically where everyone would have equal opportunities and realize or not them, depending on their capacities. Of course, yes, in the end of Soviet Union, everything got corrupted and went to shit basically. But it started and was sustained for so many years, and Soviet Union achieved a lot of success as well, because so many people truly idealistically believed in a just society, in social justice, in the state where people would be happy, people would be having equal opportunities, and in the world where wouldn't be the crazy situations where 10% of people possess, I don't know, 90% of wealth, despite obviously they don't work million times better than the people who earn million times less. This is ridiculous and unjust. So people, my grandparents, my parents included, they believed in creating this better state. It's also expression of being more idealistic than materialistic. Also, if you are interested in understanding Russian soul on even deeper level, I highly recommend you to read Russian national fairy tales, Russian folklore, because there we have a big set of characters and the dynamics between them, the stories that will express you very well metaphorically what Russian spirit is. For example, one of the main figures in Russian fairy tales, in Russian folklore, is Ivan the Fool, which is Ivan Durak in Russian. And one of his main characteristics is not like in the Western comics to be super strong. No. One of his main characteristics is being super honest, like radically sincere, borderline naivety, which is why he is often called the Fool, because he is a bit naive in the initial state of his path, before he went through the hardships. Of course, the main story is that this young, naive, unexperienced guy, but with honest heart, with dreams, he has to go through some shit to achieve success, to achieve love. And his main weapons in going through these difficulties, through these challenges, is, by the way, honesty is one of them. Luck as well plays a role, and wit, of course, being witty, like witty smart, not necessarily intellectual, but knowing how to find unexpected ways of resolving problems. And by going and suffering and going through these problems, through the different situations, he is acquiring wisdom. And this is what letting him finally, after he has become a best version of himself, to achieve what he wanted before, like love, success, or whatever, to reach the destination. So the premise and the message in these fairy tales is that to achieve so-called success, you have to use not the brutal force, but first of all, the real success is to become the best, the better version of yourself. And it's only possible if you will go through the fire, through the water, through the copper tubes. This is very, very typical repeating storyline. And of course there are a lot of different very interesting characters like Baba Yaga and amazing female characters, Елена Прекрасная, Василиса Премудрая. And by the way, female characters in Russian fairy tales are always smart and wise and strong as well. So now you know way more about the Russian soul. And if you have any questions or any comments, you are always welcome to leave your comment, and I will be happy to reply everything, because, well, everything might be just a couple of comments. But anyway, I'll see you in the next video.